Right, guys, I'm starting the lesson now after waiting for about 10 minutes. I'm assuming that nobody would come now. So let's see, Abdurrahman may join us maybe in a minute or so. So anyways, today is our second lesson for listening test. And we just took a flavor of listening test in our first lecture, in which I just gave you some overview of the types of questions that we get in the listening test. I also told you about the format of the listening test. And then, at the end of the lecture, we attempted two very short tests, each comprising of 8 to 10 questions, I guess. So now let's start our first lesson. Actually, first lesson for listening test. First thing is understanding the context. By context, we actually mean that when you listen to a recording, then it is very important for you to know that who are the people who are talking in that recording. Then why are they talking? Okay, and what are they talking? That is very important. Now let me give you one example. If we are listening to a recording, and in that there's one person, I just call him P1, person 1. He or she is talking to person 2, P2, right? And someone is saying that, well, can you tell me the prices? And other one saying, okay, there are 3 prices, 3 packages for this. And he says, okay, I'm choosing option 2 for this. Now, if you don't know the background, if you don't know the context, that who are these 2 people and why are they talking, without knowing the context, you just can't, figure out. Maybe you may miss some answers if you don't know the context. Abdurrahman, welcome back. I hope you can hear me and you can watch my screen as well. Can you?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, that's great. So we just started this lesson in that the first thing I told was understanding the context. Context means the background, the situation in which that conversation is, taking place. Like if 2 or 3 or 1 person is talking, then who is that person or who are those people who are talking with each other? And then what are they talking about? And why are they talking? What is their purpose? So this context is very important to answer the questions. Otherwise, you just can't judge. Now, unfortunately, context is not written on the question paper. Context is not written on the question paper, although there's a question paper. If there's a question paper, and in that, there's a diagram of a library, and there are different sections of the library. You may guess that, okay, this is entrance and this is library, so we may hear some discussion about the library, but we may not be sure that who will be the person who would be talking, and what would his or her talk cover. Okay. Okay, just give me a minute, please. I'm sorry. Just hello. 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 जी अस्सलाम वालेकुम. जी. Sorry, guys. There was someone unknown, actually. Okay. Right. So this context is actually given in the recording that you listen to. Okay. Before starting any conversation, there would be a small introduction of the background of that conversation. Like, there would be something. Now you would hear a conversation between a traveling agent and a customer. So this is the background which is told to you in the recording. This is not written on the question paper. Abdurrahman, is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now we shall now see an example to better understand the concept of context. In the next slides, you will hear the introduction to the 4 IELTS section. I've told you that before start of any section, if this is section 1, section 2, section 3, and my sections are going smaller and smaller, but they are of the same size. If at the start of this section they would narrate the context of this conversation. Now you will hear a conversation between so and so. After that, they will enter, or exam will enter into the second section, and there again you will be told the context of this section. Like now you are going to hear a talk on this topic, and then in this section again, to the start of this section, you will hear a context. So actually, I'm going to show you a slide, show you for something about the 4 sections of IELTS test, and you need to predict the answer or predict the context of those 4 sections. Now let me show you. Can you see it? This is for section 1. Randomly picked 2 questions from section 1. Okay. Now, can anyone tell me what is the generally speaking, what is the main topic of the section 1? Is it academic, or is it some it's a talk in our daily life sort of thing? What do you think?
Sir, it's actually a talk
Mm-hmm.
related to journal life questions like buying a ticket or for a movie show
Exactly.
or something like that.
Yeah. So it's a conversation between 2 people, and the topic of their conversation will be something in everyday life, right? And in section 2, and there will be 2 speakers also, and in the section 2, there will be only 1 speaker, and again its focus would be a topic of our general life, daily life. But in section 3 and section 4, the focus would be topic would be something related to academic or educational background. Okay. So anyways, now by looking at these 2 questions, what kind of context you can assume? Total number of guests, and Susie will organize invitations and so on.
Is an event or
Yeah, it's an event, some party maybe or something, right? So by looking at the questions, you can make some guess about the context. But what is the relation? Let's say Susie. Who is Susie? This year you may not be able to guess who is Susie. Okay. Similarly, what type of gift does the speaker recommend for a child's birthday? So that means this section 2 is a talk by some guest speaker maybe, and he is recommending different kinds of gifts for people. Got it? Okay.
yes.
Now I'm sorry, I'm picking a pink color now. The students chose this topic because these are the reasons. So this is about so there would be some conversation among some students, and they will be talking about selecting a topic maybe, or for their research or for their project. And in number 4, this is aim, and these are methods. So obviously again there's some kind of research method, aim of the study, and then the method of the study and so on. So by looking at the questions, you can make some guess, right? But actually the details of these guess, this context will be told to you in the audio recording. Now we have got certain options. Like total number of guests, Susie will organize the invitation. So what can be the context? You are given some options here. Is the context here shopping for food, or discussing an assignment, or organizing a party, or describing, and so on? So obviously the answer is C,
Organizing. Yeah.
organizing a party. So answer is already written for you. Now going to number 2. What type of gift does the speaker recommend for the child's birthday? So what kind of this, can you tell me the context among these given options?
I think it's E.
E, buying presents, right? This one.
Yes.
Then the student chose this now.
It can be
You will be confused among 2
Same.
options, I'm telling you. Mhm.
B and D.
yeah. Mhm.
Right. So you see, at times you get confused. They are very close options, and for that you have to listen to the recording, right? So now we will decide. I'm not giving you the answer right now because I want you guys to differentiate among these 2 things after listening to the recording. Okay. So I'm just moving forward, and oh my God. Okay. Now listen to the recording and try to see if you have chosen the correct option. Okay. So for this 3 and 4, just think of some clues and try to figure out what is the context. Okay. Choose one option for each of these questions. Keep that option in your mind, and then I'll play the recording. Just let me know once you are done with the finalizing your answers.
Okay.
Okay. Shall I move on? Okay.
Yes, sure.
I'm playing the recording now.
Recording 2. 1. You will hear a telephone conversation between a man and his daughter Susie about a birthday party they need to organize. 2. You will hear a woman speaking on the radio about buying presents for people of different ages. 3. You will hear 2 biology students explaining their research ideas to their university lecturer. 4. You will hear an ecology student giving a presentation about a recent field trip to Canada.
Okay. So, what are the answers now?
Mm,
For 2, it's E. For 3, it's D.
No. For 3 and 4, we were confused about 3 and 4, no?
yes, I think three is F and 4 is D.
No. 3 is B, discussing an assignment. And 4 is D. Look,
Yeah.
let me explain you. Remember this thing.
Can you play it again?
Okay. Before I explain, just focus on it, right? I'll just, keep tick marking the right answers, okay?
Recording 2.
Okay.
1. You will hear a
Sorry, as soon as I'll click it, the recording will be stopped, so you have to listen complete, right?
telephone conversation between a man and his daughter Susie about a birthday party they need to organize. 2. You will hear a woman speaking on the radio about buying presents for people of different ages. 3. You will hear 2 biology students explaining their research ideas to their university lecturer. 4. You will hear an ecology student giving a presentation about a recent field trip to Canada.
Okay. Now, you know why I'm saying the 3 goes with B. That is discussing an assignment, and for assignment, that assignment might be kind of a research assignment, a small assignment, like we generally get in the universities. But this thing, having something like aim, then method of the study, this thing is related to some field research work, in which you describe everything like this will be aim of my study, and I would be using this research method to achieve this aim and so on. So this is more related to describing a research project, and this is about a general topic like an assignment topic in our regular classes. You got it?
Yes.
Okay. Now let's move to the next exercise. But again, remember, you have to listen to the background, and that is important for you. Okay, that is important for you. Now I'm going to play it again, and I would ask Abdurrahman to keep telling me, like while listening, just keep telling me how many people in each section you would hear. Okay, and who are those speakers, right?
Okay.
Recording 2. 1. You will hear a telephone conversation between a man and his daughter Susie about a birthday party they need to organize.
So who are they, Abdurrahman?
2.
Two.
Recording 2.
Men
1.
and women.
You will hear a telephone conversation between a man and his daughter Susie about a birthday party they need to organize. 2.
Okay, Abdurrahman, correct, right.
Okay.
You will hear a woman speaking on the radio about buying presents for people of different ages.
Now, Abdurrahman, one person, there will be a lady who will be talking on one speaker.
3. You will hear 2 biology students explaining their research ideas to their university lecturer.
So,
Two students. Three people.
there will be 3 people, one would be the instructor, right? Okay.
Recording
Yes,
2.
three.
1.
I'm sorry.
You will hear...
I'm just skipping it. In the last, there would be only one speaker, okay? Right, so this was about the background and the context. You must understand, before start of every section, there will be some introduction about the context of that section. Now let's move on to the next thing, and that is listening for specific details. Listen to the context of conversation that you will hear in each section. After that, they will give you some time, generally 30 seconds. Generally 30 seconds. They will tell you that now you have some time to look at questions number 1 to maybe question number 6. Okay, or question number 1 to question number 5. So during that time, keep that context in your mind, and try to predict. Now, what you have to predict, the topic of discussion and what you are expected to listen about. For example, if there's a conversation between 2 friends who are planning to visit or witness a football match in something, at some place in some country, so you need to predict something like soccer, like football, and stadium, teams, and then champions, and then maybe finals or something. So these all ideas are related to any sports event. Okay, so who's favorite? So while by keeping this context in mind, and while looking at the question, even before start of the conversation, you just, I call it like, just activate your that part of memory. Okay, just activate that part of the memory related to the topic, and then think of the synonyms that you can expect. Just that means, in simple words, if I say, just put your focus of your brain in that direction. Put the focus of your brain in that direction. Okay,
Okay.
this is going to help you. This is going to help you in focusing on the topic. Like here, as an example, have a look at the following part of the question paper for 30 seconds and then implement the above tips. Like let's do it with you. Now, first of all, read the heading. It's Central College Badminton Club. And here there are some, particulars which are written like family name and then blank, first name, then blank. So apparently this is some kind of form, isn't it?
Yes.
It is a form with certain, fields in it. And possibly what kind of form it would be? It would be about maybe membership of this college badminton, maybe. If you want to have take a membership of this college, Central College Badminton Club, maybe for that purpose this form would be used, in which they will write the names, then faculty, then course you have entered in or enrolled in, then your year, final year, first year, whatever, and then term address maybe, and then standard marks on box on, like now this is, are you a beginner level player, or are you an average level player, or are you a good level? So for this, if I ask you, what different words you can expect for beginner level? Amateur, right?
What? Mm,
Amateur is a good word
okay,
for
yeah.
that. And then for average, neither
Average
good nor
can
bad,
be,
neither good nor bad.
yeah.
Okay, or intermediate kind of thing. Yeah. Then good,
Maybe a professional, something like this.
maybe expert kind of, maybe. Or you can say, you can reserve that word expert
Yeah.
or professional level for league standard.
Professional.
Yeah. So what we are doing, we are not actually
Okay.
thinking on the synonyms. The synonyms is just just an exercise to force you think in that direction. Actually, we are turning the direction of our brain towards this topic. Like that means I can expect
Okay.
a phone call or some member reaching to or calling to someone in this club, and then whosoever is calling or meeting the person in this club would request him or her to please register him or her for this badminton club, and in return that person would ask these questions. Okay, so now let's move forward, and then so here it is, like your topic of discussion, whatever we have discussed, I have written it for you in your lecture notes. You can see it there. Like, what will be topic of our discussion? It will be registering for college. This is our guess. This is our prediction by looking at the, by listening to the context and by looking at that form. This is what we have guessed. What is expected to listen? Maybe data information about the candidate to fill the registration form. This is our expectation again. Encircle or underline keywords like family name, first name, course, year, time, term address, that you should focus on while listening. Then think of synonyms like I told you, for beginner, amateur, poor, starting, for average, okay, normal, neither bad nor good. Then for good, you can say fine, for league, expert, professional, great, and so on. Information to focus on, name spelling, what is the course, numbers, addresses that you have to focus on to. So this all thing happens maybe in 1 to 2 seconds, that's it. You just activate your mind, okay? Okay, now let's move on.
I'll turn you shortly, please.
Sorry?
Just 1 minute. I'll turn you later.
Okay, okay.
Shortly, after 1 minute.
Okay, shall I move on?
Yes, you can continue.
Okay. You don't have to, write these points in actual. This is just a process that I'm telling you that you need to activate your mind. That's it. Now, you see, you have got the context, and after that, just focus on one question at a time. Like once having you've looked onto all these questions, now you know the background, you are thinking in that direction. Now start focusing on only one question. As soon as the audio starts, just focus on question number 5. Once, as soon as you find the answer, either you find it or you miss it. In that case, just jump to the next question. So this way you will keep jumping from one question to the next, and whenever you are sure that okay, I have found the answer, after that just move on, and that's it. Okay, this is obvious for beginner. Amjad, you may not be requiring it, but for a person who is doing this exercise first time, obviously for him or her this is important. So now understanding the context will help you to figure out what information you are expected to listen. Having a look at questions will tell you what information you need to focus on. Now you will only listen for specific details instead of struggling to understand each and every word. So like if I'm saying that okay, you are expecting to listen to the first name of someone. So in that case, now you only have to focus on the first name. That's it. Now, this is, you'll tell me, okay, this exercise is a very small exercise. I'm going to play it, and I need to know. And I'll ask you a question later on, okay?
Okay.
Anna Maria and Tom have persuaded Abdul to join the college badminton club. He is talking to the club secretary. As you listen, fill in the spaces 5 to 10 on the membership form. First, you have some time to look at the form.
Okay, sorry. Right, so I'm just moving forward. This exercise, I have already covered it in detail. So now let's move forward. Now, using the correct spelling, you may need to listen for the name of a person or a place. Now remember, names are spelled for you. Okay, like if that name is, let's say if I'm saying Mark Pagel. Now this Mark is very obvious. So he or she will not ask the word Mark here. He or she would, okay, how do you pronounce Pagel? Because this may have different spelling. Someone may write it as P-A-J-E-L, Pagel. One may say it like P-A-G or something, and so on. So, this may have some different, this is very common. So what they would say that, can you tell me the spellings of, can you spell out your surname, please? Okay, there are different ways to spell out the names. Now this is important. You need to recognize the letters of English alphabets. We'll just do a very small exercise and very basic level, not for you guys. You are above this level, and then I will go to the next exercise. In that I will tell you that spelling can be told in many different ways. Okay, in many different ways. So here's an exercise. Okay, after this, sorry. There are several ways. Now let me give you this example, and then I'll tell you. Like, if I'm asking you, okay, what is your name? And you're telling me, my name is Furqan. So I may not ask you the complete spelling. My name is Furqan. And I may only say that, is this K or Q in Furqan? Okay, is this K or Q? That means the rest of the spellings you need to understand at your own. Okay. Now, if you need to write something that is not a name, for example, a registration number of a car, you may hear a combination of letters and words. Like generally, cars have kind of like R-E-142 or something. Okay, so there's a combination of letters and alphabet. Sorry, and digits. Now I'm going to play a recording for you, and you have to write the letters you hear in front of the questions 1 to 5. Amjad, you may activate yourself now. You need to answer these questions. This is just to improve your listening ability, and that's it. Okay. There will be
Sure, sir.
some small parts, or you can say extracts of different conversations. In that, there will be one speaker who will be spelling out something or telling some letters. I want you guys to write down those letters. That's it. Okay. So I'm playing it now.
Okay.
Good luck.
Recording 3. 1.
I'm not sure, but I think it starts with an F.
2.
No, I'm pretty sure it's double L.
3.
Is that M for Mary?
4.
Sorry, was that last letter a T or a C?
5.
Do you know if it's spelt with a CH or SH?
Okay. So I hope you find the answers. This was pretty easy, isn't it? No, it was not easy, right? Hello?
No, so it's easy.
It was easy, right?
I guess it was.
Yeah. So this is just F, double L, M for Mike, T and C, CH and SH. Now, there are several ways to help you spell a word. I've already told you, I've given you an example. Now, these are different ways of spelling something or telling you the spelling of different words. There are different ways for that. And in this exercise, there are 5 different ways that will be introduced to you. Okay. And now you have to fill in the blanks. Mr. Andrew something, then this, and then, okay. So I want the answers now. Right? Okay, I'm playing it now. Good luck.
Recording 4. 1.
And can I have your name, please?
Yes, it's Andrew Brown.
Is that spelt the same as the colour?
Yes, but with an E at the end.
2.
And what's your address, in case we need to post any information out to you?
Oh, okay. I live at 63 Beaton Road. That's B-E-E-T-O-N.
Sorry, was that last letter N or M?
N for November.
3.
Do you have a website I can go to?
Yes. Just go to www.kickers.com.
Is that Kickers?
That's right. All one word and all lowercase.
4.
Where shall we meet then? Somewhere in the city?
That's a good idea. What about at that hotel on the corner of Queen Street and Mary Street? What's it called?
Oh, it's the Rose Hotel, like the flower.
Yes, that's the one. I'll see you there at 7.
5.
Right. And can I get your car registration number?
Uh-huh.
Have you got a normal one, or is it one of those specially made ones that's a word or a name?
No, I haven't got the money for a personalised plate. It's just 3 letters and 3 numbers. It's HLP 528.
Okay. Can you tell me the answers?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Brown, B-R-O-W-N-E. But you see,
E, yes.
he didn't spell